Is David Benavidez the Mexican monster they put him out to be? On the undercard of Gervonta Davis versus Frank Martin, David Benavidez made his long-awaited light heavyweight debut against Alexander Gvozdyk for the WBC light heavyweight interim title. Look, in hindsight, it was really overshadowed by Tank Davis's knockout against Frank Martin, and definitely a little underwhelming on David Benavidez's side, as we're used to seeing him walk through guys, especially coming up from a super middleweight. In the first half of the fight, we were able to see Benavidez's machine gun-like hand speed as well as punching power, cracking Gvozdyk multiple times. Gvozdyk was really able to withstand all of Benavidez's punches, not being really phased at all. But for the first time, it seemed like Benavidez's power didn't have the pop like it did at super middleweight, and he pretty much seemed fatigued for the rest of the fight. Gvozdyk would have his moments in the second half of the fight, being able to touch up Benavidez at times and hit him with some shots that we're not used to seeing Benavidez hit with. But by the final bell, David Benavidez would ultimately win by unanimous decision. And in the post-fight interview, Benavidez would go on to say that he had a torn tendon in his hand, as well as a cut over his eye before the fight. So I feel we definitely got to give him some leeway as far as that. He also stated that he was willing to go back down to 168 as well as stay at 175, continuing his line on really trying to get that Canelo fight, as well as stating that he's willing to fight the winner of Benavidez and Bivol. So he's definitely going to have options if he's still able to make 168 at super middle, as well as fight the winner of the undisputed match between Bivol as well as Benavidez. But back to the question at hand. Is David Benavidez the Mexican monster they've put him out to be? At 168, he was running through the division like a knife through butter. But the thing was that he was bigger than every opponent he fought. And in this fight with Gvozdyk at 175, it was his first time being the smaller opponent and fighting closer to his natural weight. And obviously he had his injuries with his eye as well as his hand. But Gvozdyk is 37 years old and far from his prime. And his biggest fight that he did have against Benavidez was over 5 years ago. And I feel we really put that pressure on Benavidez comparison to Benavidez when he fought Gvozdyk, because he was able to just avalanche him and eventually get him out of there in the 10th. Whereas Benavidez in this fight, he seemed more human in comparison to his time at 168. But like they say in general, some fighters have an off night. But beating a former champion in a new weight class by unanimous decision, it's not that bad. But my own personal opinion on David Benavidez, as far as him still being that Mexican monster, I still feel like he still got it in him. And hopefully in his next fight, he could come in injury free and we could really base things off of his next performance. But now it's my turn to pass the mic to you guys. Let me know down in the comments if y'all think David Benavidez is that Mexican monster that they put him out to be, as well as how you guys think he will fare against Canelo, Artur Beterbiev, Dimitri Bivol after this performance. And if y'all getting down with the breakdowns as well as previews and reviews, go ahead and drop a like as well as subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.